Here we go. It is Island time, and I am so happy to be here with you. We had several people waiting and waiting. I can see that number. I can see it as I'm blasting my music. Not too old, because I'm getting old. Don't ask the CDC how old I am, but I can see how many people are waiting, and it's so exciting. I want to hit go. I want to hit live early, but YouTube is strict. We've got people waiting. Jay, hello, brother. I hope you had not only a great week, but a great weekend. Tom is here from Galveston, Texas. How about that, Tom? I don't know if I could live in Galveston. It would be tough to weekly be able to see the cruise ships come in and go out, and I'm not on them. But Tom, let's meet up. We're going to be in Galveston within the next 60 days for sure, so let's meet up. Beachton, Texas is here, North San Padre Island, and if you're just joining, there's a lot joining right now. If you're just joining, put where you are from or where you're watching from. Maybe you're on vacation. That would be awesome. Maybe you're out of town, which would be awesome as well. Palmer is here. Hello, Palmer. It was great to interact with you this week. Rodney is here. Rodney, the lights are red. They're red now. I turned them on red, because I knew that you would notice. Angela's here from Georgia. David is here. Hello, David. I hope you had a great week and a fantastic weekend. We've had a great weekend. This was the first weekend in a long time. We didn't have much planned. Yesterday, we didn't do too much. I did some yard work. We finally got some rain after about 2.5 weeks. The yard was brown and went from brown to green like in 36 hours, which I was happy because we have a new construction home with a new lawn that I've been watering or just trying to keep it alive. So I finally got to do some yard work. All kinds of people joining. Hello, Tony here, Charleston, South Carolina. That holds a special place in my heart. My grandpa served in the Air Force there for a long time. He was stationed there for a special project years ago in the 60s. Christy is here. Daily, I see you from Conway. Oh, my goodness. You are literally, you could drive here. I'm in Greenbrier. You could drive here and join me before this thing is over within the hour. So Daily Valentine, it is, we were just in Conway today. We tried to go to Slim's. Slim's was closed, but we go to church there in Conway. Mike is here from San Marcos, Texas. Palmer, like I said, I'm in Central Arkansas. Jackson, Mississippi. We love Jackson, Mississippi. Amanda and I go there all the time. We have some good friends there. We have some friends that are in their residency there. We always stay in Jackson when we're on our way from Central Arkansas to Destin, Florida, or, we visit all those beaches down there. Sometimes Destin, sometimes Fort Walton. So we stay in Jackson every single time because it's just about the halfway point. Jay, of course, from Ohio. Timothy from Fort Smith. We've got all kinds of Arkansans. Woo pig. We love Fort Smith. We have lots of friends there in Fort Smith, and we go through Fort Smith quite a bit because we go to the other side of the border. You know why. The casino's there. Hello, Rose. Hello. The Mardi. How about that? Rose Frazier is on the Mardi Gras right now. Rose, send us an update. How is it? Tell us right now how it is. Tell us about your cruise. I am so jealous of you. We have the Mardi Gras booked for next June, Amanda's birthday. June 11th, I think it leaves. 11th or 12th. I really need to get a schedule out. Tell us how it is, Rose. Tom is here. I watch them as they cruise in and out from my balcony. Golly, that would be tough. It really would. Corey Graft, hey, Derek, is indeed dangerous living near a cruise port. I could not imagine. I really could not. Lynn is here from Texas. Christy is here, freshly back from the cruise. Christy, how was your cruise? And be honest, positive and negative, I do the same thing. I will give a review, a fair review. 95% of it usually is positive, if not 99%. But tell us how it was right here. We'll talk about it. Huey is here, back from the breeze. The breeze we think is going to be our next cruise. We'll see how things go, of course, but we did just book the breeze for sure, no kids, for October the 21st. So we're excited about that. David from DFW. But right now in Illinois on Interstate 57 headed home. Wow, you've got a drive, David. I hope you get there quick, no traffic, no road construction, although we don't like road construction, but then again, it's a good thing. We don't like it at the time, but after it's done, it's always nice. And so David's going to be going through Arkansas tomorrow. David, no lie, you're probably going to go through, I would assume, eastern Arkansas. If you come through the Little Rock, Conway area, no lie, let me know. Send me a message on Facebook. We will meet up in Conway. The Interstate I-40 goes right through there, and we'll grab lunch. Let me know. Timothy, hello. Roxanne is here. Finally caught a live chat. I'm happy you're here. I'm glad you're here. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. I'm glad that you're here from Fort Myers, Florida. Midships, Derek is working it live right now. I'm trying to, Midships. Hey, it was awesome to interact with you this week, and I can't wait to collaborate and interact more together here in the future. You've helped me out this week as well, get some exposure, and I appreciate that. So, Midships is right. If you have not smashed that like button, right now we have 30 viewers. There's 14 likes. I invite you to do so. That means that you're having a good time. That means that others who are looking for something to watch will probably see this in their stream the more likes we get. So if you don't mind, hit that like button. And I must say, keep on posting the chat. I always catch up. I've got to thank you. We hit a nice big round number, literally like at 6:55 my time, Central Time, 2,700 subscribers in 13, 14 weeks, 2,700 subscribers. Thank you. It's all you. It is all you. I'm active on Facebook. You know that. I see all of you Islanders sharing videos daily in the Facebook groups that you're in. It could be a large group. It could be one of those weekly groups for specific cruises. I see it, and I appreciate it. You're only growing the community. It has nothing to do with me. I can promise you that. I'm here, but I'm part of the community just like any other one of you Islanders. Let's catch back up here. Michael is here from Valley Springs, California. Thank you for being here, Michael. It's great to see you. Christy, I see that. Yep. So Rose at about 3,800 guests on board heading into Cozumel in the morning, which is great news. Our thoughts and prayers have been out with those in Cozumel and in Mexico in general because of the weather and storms they had last week. We know that the Breeze and the Vista missed calls to get to Cozumel. Royal Caribbean, of course, had a couple of ships miss that call as well. It's great news that you're going there because it's been rumored that some ships would miss that call this week. So, in 3,800 guests is a little bit lower than what the Mardi Gras has been sailing at. So, Rose, I hope the ship is empty. Keep giving us some feedback there, and we will absolutely share it. Kendra's here. You're not late. You're right on time. From Waco, Texas. Amanda and I have been to Waco. We did the whole Chip and Joanna Gaines tour. Absolutely enjoyed it about 2 years ago. And Kendra, you confirmed what I shared, and I'm not always right, but I only share things when I'm pretty sure I'm right. Havana was 100,000% worth it. If you have never splurged on Havana, I'm telling you, we don't splurge much. We usually book interior, we book cheap. We might do a spa interior. We splurged and did a Havana interior. We didn't even do a cabana on the Vista, and oh my gosh, it was just it changes the ball game of cruising on the Vista class of ships. It really does. The Mardi Gras is a different Havana, and I still hear it's great, but I'm so glad, Kendra, you enjoyed that. Rhonda's here. Of course, let me scroll back up. A little north of Fort Smith. You were a couple hours away, and she's on the Vista, the 28th, which is coming up so soon. David, my daughter's birthday is June 11th, and my wife's the 7th. Amanda's the June 11th. So that is awesome. Awesome. Making connections. Rose, we're really enjoying it. Most restaurants are free right now except 3 or 4 breakfast in most restaurants every day. I have been so curious to know how long Carnival is going to continue to give free dining in Cucine del Capitano, which is usually free at lunch. It's also free at dinner right now. Shack's Big Chicken is free. Guy's Restaurant, Smokehouse is free right now. So it's going to be interesting to see, how long do they keep that, because they've said it's not going to be a permanent thing. But I think that maybe the main dining rooms need some time to collaborate and those teams to bond with each other and get the work down. And so it seems like they're trying to spread out cruisers to other venues to help feed them. And, of course, cruisers love it because it usually costs. So it'd be interesting to see how long they keep that around. Doreen is here. Hello, Doreen. It's great to have you here. Great to interact. Hey, y'all, thank you for the check-in tip. Doreen got 10:30 A5. Doreen, that is awesome. You will board like at 10:45. There are 4 groups above you, but they call those groups about every 2 to 3 minutes. You will be on board so fast, it's not even funny. I'm glad that the tip worked for you. It's almost a guarantee. I don't usually, say that about things, but it's almost a guarantee. Christy, you can cruise and mask up at the same time and have fun. That's right. People are getting used to it, it seems like, with the masking. So we're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. Rose said, no crowd so far. Haven't been out to check out the Bolt yet. Been raining a lot today. I hope your weather gets better. I really do. And ride Bolt. Even I'm not a thrill seeker. I'm not a roller coaster rider. I will do it some. I will ride Bolt. I will ride Bolt for sure when I go on the Mardi Gras next June, unless something's earlier. That's the next plan when we have on the Mardi Gras. Brooke is here. Hello from Indiana, the Hoosier State. Great to have you here, Brooke. Yeah, Jay's getting ready for his Mardi Gras cruise. He really is. October the 9th. He's had it booked for a while, and he's going to have a blast on that. And we expect live updates, Jay. I know that you'll help us out there. Robert is here from Vancouver, Canada. We hope things that are well in Vancouver. And you guys just north of us are doing really, really good. Rose, Mexico is requiring masks everywhere, inside and outside. We saw that in Cozumel when we at the shops you had to wear a mask. If you're walking on the beach or to the beach, you had to have a mask. If your feet were in the sand, they told us you did not have to have a mask. But some people are surprised when they get to some of these ports and you have to wear a mask. You really do. And honestly, some government officials in some ports are there writing $50 tickets, no lie. They really are. So don't be surprised. Wear your mask. The cruise line, both Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, they will tell you the same thing as well. Rose, we are booked on the Mardi Gras for February the 5th, just a month before the celebration, the 50th celebration, and was on the Magic August 7th. Rose, I hope you had a great cruise. You can give us some details if you would like. We absolutely love the Magic. She spent many years in Galveston, and we cruised on her then. Glenda, another June birthday. How about that? Lots of June birthdays. I like that. Service in the dining room has been pretty quick. That's great to hear, Rose. It really is. Cruising with Mike and Jen is here. Hello. I'm glad to have you here. Hope you've had a great weekend. I'm going to throw out a trivia question for you guys while I catch up on comments. Here's the trivia question. I meant to record a video today, but it's been a family day. I always try to separate the two. Thank you so much, Midships, for that. Oh, my goodness. Midships, I'll give you the boarding tip for that right there. Thank you so much for that super chat. It means the world to us. It really does. It's how we do what we do at the level that we do it at. I've always tried to do things the right way. I've always tried to give everything I can to it. And when I started this, I wanted the same thing. So we try to do it right. And that little tip or donation there, I promise it goes back to what we do. So Midships, just for that super chat, here you go. Here's the tip. This works with Carnival Cruise Line, and I'll make it quick. Guys, if you have questions, keep putting them in the chat. If you have comments, keep on typing away. Don't just sit there and watch this. You watch me every day. Type something, and we will hash everything out. Even while I'm talking, you keep typing, okay? Midships, here we go. Carnival Cruise Line. There's the check-in system's a little bit different right now. You either check in, most people check in 14 days before your sail date. If you are platinum or diamond or a suite guest, you can check in 16 days. And that is midnight East Coast time. Okay, so I live in Arkansas. We're central, so 11 o'clock p.m., 16 days before my sailing, I can check in. That's the earliest that anybody can check in. So when I stay up till 11 p.m., which I'm usually up anyway, I log in, I click check in, It's going to ask you for all kinds of different things. It's going to say, is your personal contact information correct? Click skip this step, or skip for now. It's something to that regard. If someone knows exact wording, they can put it, but at the bottom it says skip. It will say emergency contact information. Skip it. Don't worry about it. It will say, how do you want to pay for your, everything you buy on the ship? Do you want to have a cash account? Do you want to link a card? Skip it. Travel documents for you and everyone going with you. Skip it. You can skip every screen until you get to check-in time. And if you skip all those previous steps while everybody else is sitting there typing away, bam, 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 who do you want our personal emergency contact to be? Skip it all. And then you get there to the check-in screen. You select 10:30. When you select 10:30 to 11 a.m., that's the earliest you can get. Save it. I always just save it right there. And I go ahead and exit. I get out of the check-in window. I exit. Now, at this point, you can do two things. Number one, you can close your computer or get off your phone and go to bed if you want to. Or two, you can then get back into the check-in screen and fill out all that information that you skipped. It just depends on you. I've done it both ways. I've waited until a couple of days before and checked in a couple of days before. Or sometimes I'm excited, I'm amped up, so I just go ahead and bam, right there. I log back in. So that is the check-in tip. Usually if you do that, you will get, I can almost guarantee it, you will get a 10:30 to 11 check-in time. And a lot of times you will get sections or zones A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, which guarantees that you'll be on the boat at 10:45, 10:50. So that is the check-in tip. Thanks for the super chat, and I hope I repaid you there just a little bit. Here we go. Let's catch up. That's good. Good. Little cerveza. Let's check. Let's see. Mardi Gras, November 27th. That's going to be exciting. Rodney. Boat was fun. $15, about 30 seconds. I was wondering, I thought it was 30 to 45. I wasn't sure exactly how long it was, but $15. We've got onboard credit right now, so let's spend it. Let's do it and enjoy it. And I heard that you can control how fast you go. I know it's not crazy fast, even if you go full speed, but still you can control how fast you go. So, Jay, thank you. Keep us updated, and all of you. I'll invite all of you who are cruising. And I know some of you, when you cruise, you want to turn this thing off. I know how it is. It's tough for me to do so, but if you don't mind sending updates, I'm telling you, reach out to me on Facebook. Our Island Time Facebook page is in the description here. Message me on Facebook. I will give you my cell phone number even, and you can just send me updates. There may not be much to update. A lot of times it is. People will say, hey, we're having a great time. Everything's normal. Well, that's great. That's an update. But we would love to hear from you and know that I'll pass it along. Any pictures and video you send, I will always credit you and thank you for that. And all the other Islanders will too, for sure. Kinder, the masks are not a big deal at all. That is great news to hear. We are happy to be just cruising. Booked the Vista Havana for August of 2022 today. That is awesome news. Maybe that's one we can catch if it's the first week of August. Amanda goes back to school. Usually second week is training, third week is school. So, Timothy, Vista's on Saturday. Have a blast. I know that you will have a blast. Kendall Fire is absolute fire. She is. She's really, really good. Rose, another update here from the Mardi Gras live update. If you're just now joining us, Rose is on the Mardi Gras. I invite you to like this, and if you have not subscribed yet, keep pushing us. We're over 2,700 now. Appreciate that. Rose says, bartenders, entertainment crew, and stewards are very appreciative of toiletries and treats like chips and cookies. They love candy. If you will bring candy, they will love you. I promise you that. They are not able right now to get off the ship weekly, or a lot of times once a week they can get off the ship. They can't right now. And used to, they'd go buy candy and they go buy cookies and chips and just something to break the monotony of work. We're all like that. They can't right now. So anything you can take, they will take for sure. Yep. Glad to hear that, Rose, that you had a great time on the Magic. You took your personal fan and your luggage. They have never taken it out. Is it okay? I take a fan every single time. There was one time they did take it from me. They left a letter there. I got it back the last night of the cruise. I have no clue why they took it, but just a little, probably 10-inch by 10-inch fan. I have to bring one for noise and to move that air around a little bit. Exactly. Yep. Let's see. Palmer got a little Miller Lite here. A little Miller Lite's what I got. I hope I have permission to take a drink every now and then. Robert, 80 years old. Look at there. Robert, that is amazing. It really is at 80. You're still moving. You're still going. You're keeping up with the times for sure. You're right here on YouTube, and you're cruising on your doctor's advice, not the CDC suggestions. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Jay, I see your comment down there. That catches my eyes. You know that for sure. So let's talk about the CDC. I was surprised. I was honestly surprised they came out and at least they gave recommendations and not requirements on some new protocols. And so if you watched my video, and by the way, unbelievable comments on that video from yesterday. So many valid points. And this is one of them. Honestly, this is one of the points Robert pointed out. The CDC said if you're old, they didn't give an age, but if you're old, you don't need to go on a cruise right now. They didn't give a number. It should be by health status. And like Robert said, it's his doctor. He has gone to his doctor. His doctor said, you are fit to cruise. You're fine to go. And not by the CDC. So if you've just now joined or haven't seen the video, the CDC has basically listed old people, pregnant people, and just a slew of groups of people should not cruise. It is highly advised to not cruise right now, and that includes smokers, current and former. That includes those who have breathing problems, COPD, those who have cancer. It literally says overweight and obese. You're not advised to cruise right now. And it's interesting. Hey, Benny, I see you from Langley, Arkansas. I know exactly where you're at. What are cruise lines going to do with these recommendations? They're not going to have a scale at check-in. They're not going to take your BMI and say, oh, boy, you're overweight, you're obese, you're not going to cruise. We were just on a cruise in July, and I felt as safe as I've ever felt on a cruise ship, and I for sure felt more safe on a cruise ship than an airport. Has anyone been to an airport lately? Or on an airplane? One of our planes, we got on a plane and had to wait there 2 hours, and we're stuck there, a full flight, breathing the same air. They say they circulate it. Let's hope they do. But I felt safer on a cruise ship at all times, outside, inside, comedy shows, main lounge, dinner, than an airport or an airplane. I feel more comfortable and safer on a cruise ship than when I go to the grocery store. So for the CDC to come out and to give these recommendations on 25 groups of people that do not need to cruise right now, why aren't they doing the same to airports and trains and hotels? We just cruised, and the highest risk places we went the night before, we stayed at the airport and a hotel the night before. The airport and airplane, they were higher risk than the cruise was, and then coming home the same thing. So I don't know. I think I don't know. The conditional sell order is still in place. They've released this. They're trying to discourage people from cruising. And Carnival has responded a little bit, but they're not going to say that these people cannot cruise. They've already said those who are oxygen dependent cannot, but they're not going to go out and say if you're overweight you cannot cruise. That's not going to happen. Robert, I'm glad that you're cruising. I'm glad that you're listening to your doctor and not necessarily the CDC. Not that I don't agree with the CDC about certain decisions, but this one, if you're gonna make these recommendations, they should be a little bit more broad than just cruise ships. Okay, let me know if you agree with that, and if not, it's okay. Angela, first time ever on the Sunrise on September the 30th. What is your number one suggestion for first-time cruisers? First-time cruisers, take it all in. There's a lot there. When you board, the first 30 minutes or hour, it's so, well, it's going to be overwhelming, the whole cruise. But there's so much to do. And if you have a personality like mine, then you're going to think, I've got to do everything. I've got to mark everything off the list. I've got to, there's so much to offer and I have to do it all. And you're not going to be able to do it all. Even on 7-day cruises, you can't do it all. Pick out things that you know you want to do and thoroughly enjoy them, and know that you are coming back and you can enjoy those other things that you don't get to. You can come back and do them. But just take it all in. Take lots of pictures. Amanda and I have been so bad over the years to not take pictures, because we get on the ship, we put our phones in the safe, and we're done. And take lots of pictures. That way you can look back. You'll be smiling in every picture. You will. Texas girl. Oh, I agree. Safer on a cruise ship. Someone is trying to shut down cruising again. That is what so many of you have made that point, that they're trying to get their hands on it. They don't want to say, no, you can't cruise. So they're trying to do this and discourage those from cruising. So we'll see. We will see. I got to scroll up. You guys keep on posting, and I will catch up. I promise. I'm way behind. Here we go. Good evening, Internet. Mike is here. Let's see. If you buy candy, who do you give it to? I always bring it like when I buy in to table games at the casino. I'll lay down money and I'll lay down 5 or 6 pieces of candy. And the dealers absolutely love it. They go crazy. David, thank you so much for that super chat. It means the world to us. You are and always have been a supporter of us in many ways. And we'll get to a little game here in a second. Let me catch up. But David, thank you so much for that. It means the world to us. David, so in the casino, your room steward absolutely loves them. And if I go to the buffet, or I carry some in my pocket for those cleaning up tables on Lido, those serving on the buffet, I'll just drop a couple pieces of candy, and you can tell behind the mask even how big their smile is when they grab. They love chocolate, but chocolate melts, so it's tough. So I either go chocolate or I go like pure sugar, like Sweet Tarts, Shock Tarts, things like that. But either chocolate or something just super sweet or sour, but that's what I do. Yep. Let's see. Lynn, thank you, Lynn, there. Cruising with Mike and Jen, who's going on the Vlogger group cruise in January 2023. That is going to be an exciting cruise, and I hope to join it. If I go, it will be just me, or I need someone to room with for sure. Charles and I are going. Someone that we met July the 24th. We're going in October on the Breeze. Maybe I can make that. Amanda will be back in school. She is awesome at what she does. And she loves teaching, but it limits when she can cruise, unfortunately. Let's see. Thank you, Rose, for contributing. You go enjoy the Mardi Gras. You've done your part on here. Thank you so much. And yes, please post some pictures. David, yep, overweight. I'm out too. I read that. And honestly, if I followed the CDC's recommendations that they just released, I should cancel my cruise. That's in 58 days. For sure. I should 100% say I'm out. That's my next for sure cruise. We'll see what happens. But it's no kids. Lynn, I like that there. I'm fluffy and I still cruise. David, endless buffet and ice cream and drinks. It's an overweight person. Exactly. Yep. And the gelato on the Breeze. Those of you going on the Breeze, on the Vista. Breeze is on my mind because I've been doing planning today. Those of you going on the Vista, and a lot of other ships have it. There's gelato on Lido deck. They switch the flavor every day from mango to pineapple to caramel. And there's probably 25 toppings. If you don't like the flavor of the day, here's a tip. You don't like the flavor of the day, go get your real ice cream or your frozen yogurt that's on Lido. Come back and still get the Oreos and marshmallows and chocolate sauce and still get the toppings. I was bad. And David, this is I was bad, and I got the salad bowl. It's a big salad bowl, right? You can have a big salad. I got the salad bowl. I went to the ice cream machine. I got my chocolate ice cream. Then I went to the gelato station and filled it up with graham crackers and Oreos and chocolate, and I enjoyed every second of it. And if any member of the CDC was on board as well, I would make them one, and I'm sure they would enjoy it too. How about that? Hey, Tran, hope you're doing really, really good and had a good weekend. Rondo, we take a train if going far to port instead of flying. Yes, I like to drive, but any drive for us cruising is about 8 hours, which can be tough. Texas girl, you agree? Safer on a cruise ship, absolutely. Mike says CDC is on a crack. You may be onto something. To single out the cruise industry, they really, really do. Yeah, so Jay, about the Bahamas, we'll talk about the Bahamas. And guys, there's some big news that's going to drop tomorrow. I think tomorrow. It should be tomorrow. If not, it's going to be Tuesday. Carnival's going to drop some news about the recent news out of the Bahamas. We'll talk about it here in just a second. But if you were going to the Bahamas the rest of this year, I would say, well, by November 1st. That's where it stands right now is November 1st. But if your cruise goes to the Bahamas and you are looking to cruise with unvaccinated passengers, keep your eyes out, because it's John Hill he answered a question. I follow John close. You can ask him questions. He'll reply in the comments. So you have to follow John's post, but you can also go to Visitor's Post, read the comments, and see how he answers questions. He answered a question today and said, someone asked about the Bahamas and the new protocols in the Bahamas that every single passenger has to be vaccinated. Crew member they do not, but passengers do. And John said, we are going to release something in the next 24 hours. And that was earlier today. So if you're looking to cruise to the Bahamas and you have kids that are 12 to 18 who you want exemption for, maybe they're not vaccinated, they're gonna have to be vaccinated. If you have kids that are 12 and under, then they're not going to be able to go. There's one of two things: either Carnival announces tomorrow any of those ships that go to the Bahamas, it's going to have to be 100% vaccination, or Carnival's going to come out and say, hey, this cruise was scheduled to go to the Bahamas, and it's not going to the Bahamas. Your itinerary has changed, and you're going to fill in the blank. Those are the two options, and I don't know which one. I lean toward them announcing anyone that going on these ships have to be vaccinated, because they already have agreements, with those ports in the Bahamas, and they have to go find somewhere else, which is not impossible right now. There's several ports saying, come here, please, come here. They want the money, and but I think they will say you have to be vaccinated. We'll see in less than 24 hours. Let me scroll up here. Let's scroll up. Mike's going to Alaska September the 7th. So close. Carnival Miracle, me and my lovely wife celebrating 43 years. That is awesome, Mike. Have an absolute blast. So much work was going into the Alaskan season. A lot of people did not think it would happen. It did happen, and I'm hearing that those cruises are going off just awesome. They really are. Rose, negative vaccinations. I will be on the horizon September the 12th. Less than a month. Will I take my negative result with me? You're going to need a negative test to bring with you for sure. Either paper or electronic copy is okay for your test. For your vaccination, you're going to have to bring your vaccination card, your original card. Yep. And if you have further questions on that, let me know. Texas girl, I see you, and I agree with you. Eric, here's a great tip for you and Amanda both. Get casino offers, book 2 rooms. That way you both get casino cash with your single rate for each room. Eric, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. We do get casino offers, both of us. We usually just book in the same room. Never thought to book 2 rooms and both get the free plays, is what it is. A lot of times both of us will get drinks, but only one person gets the the free play. But I like that, Eric. That's a great idea. I'm going to have to add that one to the book. I like it. That's what we're all here for, is to get tips and information on how to enhance. That's what I always say. We're here to enhance each other's experience. Even those of us who have cruised many times, there's still so much we don't know. Let's see. Thank you, Mike, for helping there. We're going to Texas Girls going on a symphony in May. We can't wait. It's going to be a blast. It really, really is going to be a blast. Royal Caribbean has done so much with their ships over the years, and they're just massive, which some people don't like the big ships, but you've got to respect, even if you've never been on Royal Caribbean and tried them out, when you're pre-COVID, and even now, it's getting to the point now where you go into a port and there's another ship there. But to see those Oasis class ships, there's 5 in the class, 5th one is about done. It's just I always think, how do these things float? How do they float? They're so big. How do they even float? I know it's buoyancy, but I just don't get it. I don't. Mark, it's just off the Sunrise. You will love it. I'm glad that you had a great time. I'm so excited to try the Sunrise. Amanda and I went on the Sunshine years ago, and I know it's different than the Sunshine, but it's the same quote-unquote class of ship, so we're excited. Excited to see how familiar I am with the ship and the Triumph days. You know, can you tell it was a Triumph, or is it completely new? Maybe someone here, an Islander here, can answer that. Angela, thank you, Derek. I intend to enjoy every second. Absolutely. Yep. Tom, wondering if, when we get COVID booster, if pre-cruise test will give false positives. I had a video, I think it was Monday of last week, and I mentioned this booster shot, which it's here. I mean, we're a week or two away from Americans getting boosters based on either age or health condition, and it's going to throw a big wrench into things. You know, what do you consider fully vaccinated? And that's going to be the question when you get to the end of October, November, December. You know, right now it's easy. Fully vaccinated is 2 shots of Pfizer or Moderna in 14 days. 1 shot of Johnson & Johnson in 14 days. That's easy. But it's going to change. It is. And so, Tom, there could be false positives. There are, and the CDC and research has shown that sometimes when you get the COVID shot, even if you haven't been vaccinated at all, you get your first shot, you can give false positives. So it's going to get tricky this fall and winter. It really, really is. We're going to be back at square one with the vaccine. What is vaccinated? What is fully vaccinated? It's 8 months. You get your booster 8 months after your second shot. Maybe they'll just go by that and make it easy. I don't know. It's gonna get tricky. It really is. Let's see. Amy, you're exactly right. If we're not fluffy before the cruise, we will be after the cruise. You're exactly right about that. Exactly right. Let me scroll up. I've got to catch up here. You guys keep on pouring it on the chat. You know that we'll interact. And by the way, I asked a trivia question. I didn't answer it. I'm going to mention this on the video tomorrow. Right now, well, by the end of the month, there will be 190 cruise ships. 190 cruise ships will be sailing, and that is globally. By the end of the month, that is roughly 50%, almost, it's like 48 point something percent of cruise ships. Of course, a lot of them are not sailing at capacity, but we have gone so far in the last, especially 6 months, and this cruise restart, and we see the Panorama started back this weekend. The Sunrise, of course, was the 14th of this past month. The Glory comes back in September the 5th. Listen to this. Carnival has an egregious goal. They really do, to have their whole fleet back this year. They're the only cruise line, but that by the end of the year, they say their entire fleet will be back. Listen to this. In September the 5th, the Glory comes back. We know that. We're excited about the Glory in New Orleans. The Pride comes back the 12th from Baltimore. The Dream comes back the 19th from Galveston. And once again, Galveston, they have the Vista, the Breeze, and the Dream. 3 huge ships. It just really shows how Galveston has grown over time. And then the Miracle from Long Beach, September the 27th. And then October, they have 4 more ships coming in October. It's just unreal. And we should know about November this week. We hope to know what ships will return November this week, so be looking out for that. Royal Caribbean is the same. The Allure of the Seas, it returned to service August the 8th from Port Canaveral. The Harmony of the Seas back on the 15th, and it's, of course, in Europe. Independence of the Seas from Galveston. We were hoping to go on that test cruise. We didn't get to go on the test cruise, but it came back the 15th. The Mariner of the Seas came back the 23rd. It's going to come back tomorrow. From Port Canaveral. The Odyssey came back in late July. I mean, the Oasis is coming back, and if you didn't see the video of the Oasis going under the bridge, they're close to the port in New Jersey. Look up that video. There was no room for clearance. It was unreal. But it's coming back September 5th. So it's remarkable how far the cruise restart has come, and it's booked to go. I mean, we're ready to go into the fall and into the winter. With Carnival saying, hey, 100% of our fleet will be back. Do I think that will happen? I get that question a lot. I say yes. There's no reason to say no. Every time Carnival has said a ship will return on this date, they've returned every single time. Okay? Minus Australia. But United States, they're 100% right now. So I think they're going to do it. I really do. Let's catch you up here. Jay, that's a tip of the day. Salad bowl ice cream. That salad bowl is large, and it can fit a lot of ice cream, I'll tell you that. Trent got a great deal. No single supplement for the breeze. Trent, you're going October 21st? If so, awesome. We cannot wait. Beach in Texas, they should skip the Bahamas and go to Jamaica. How about that news in Jamaica? That was awesome to see the sunrise in Jamaica, in Ocho Rios. And I know there's some people love Jamaica, some people don't like it. They stay on the ship. But just for another port to open up and another destination, I agree, Beach in Texas. Go support that island. Go support the island for sure. Mark, my next 2 Horizon cruises scheduled for the Bahamas. Look out. Which if you're vaccinated, that's fine. It's fine. But we're going to see what Carnival does, because there could be some big impacts. Or really should. Doreen, I doubt they would give up going to Half Moon. Yep. That's true. That is true. Kendra, yes, the Bahamas are great, but the cruise industry has got to do what they have to do. You're exactly right. Beach in Texas. I didn't even get off the ship in Belize last week because I didn't want a random COVID test. I heard that they did not do that last week by one person. I always, I don't want to say being in the media, but being in front of this camera, I tried to always confirm it with 2 people, so I didn't share it. I heard they did not do it last week, but who knows? Mike, hit the pause button and go get you another beverage. I got a 30-ounce here, so I'm doing okay, but it will be empty. Mark, I agree. Cancel the Bahamas and go Sea Days. Why wouldn't Carnival want to do that anyway? The revenue on Sea Days is exponentially more than revenue on a port day. So, Redley Creative Travel, hello. I'm glad that you're here. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you've had a great weekend. Glad that you're here. I'm trying to catch up here. I'm behind. We aren't either, Beach in Texas. We're not fans either. Frank was on the Vista July 10th. It was my first cruise in 16 years. Wow, Frank, I'm sure it has changed some in 16 years, but I guess you enjoy. I was going to say, I hope you enjoyed it, but your next is August 9th on the Freedom, one of my absolute favorite ships as well. I took my mom, her only cruise ever, on the Freedom, so it holds a special place in my heart. We love the Freedom. Texas Girl, you love Royal. Loyal to Royal, and that is just fine. It is always interesting how cruisers, a lot of them are. I mean, there's over 50% of cruisers are loyal to one brand. There's nothing wrong with it at all, especially, we love Carnival, and people say, why don't you go on Celebrity? Why don't you go on Royal more? You have to try MSC. You have to go on Norwegian. We will. It's not a closed book. Carnival has never given us a reason to go anywhere else. You know how you take your business elsewhere. I'm not one of those people, but it happens. You may think in your mind, I'm going to go somewhere else next time. And the deals, which I assume I'd probably get deals too if I would go on these other cruise lines more, which we plan to, I promise you. but we just get great deals. Lynn, I go to the Bahamas for my birthday in January. Have never been, so I hope they will stay. I hope they do too. I hope they stay on your behalf, and those those islands they need it as well. Yep, David, I'm with you. David, let's book a cruise. We'll go on Royal together. Amy, Sunrise, September 30th, first-time cruiser. Amy, you're going to have a blast. You are in the right community. You're with people that are going to help you. And you know you can always message me. Any question you have, I will try to help you. I really will. Mike, they say 6 to 8 months after your last shot. Exactly. Yep. Our hospital's already scheduling 3 doses. Wow, Pam, I have not heard of that yet, but it is coming. It is here. Mark, you're right about that. Carolyn, Adventure of the Seas, November 3rd. Can't wait. You are going to have a blast on the Adventure of the Seas. You absolutely are. Trim, question, do you think Carnival will reduce the ship capacity from current 70? That's a great question, and it's on my list to talk about. Yes, they are. I don't want to say that. I was going to say I don't think they have a choice. They do have a choice. They can keep on if they want to. Carnival wants to keep selling. They got a small taste of how hungry the media is to catch a hold of a story of COVID on a cruise ship. We saw the 27 cases on the Vista. 26 members were crew members. 1 passenger. Protocols smashed it. I mean, bam, it's done. All 26 crew members are back to work. It's confirmed. I can confirm it, I promise you. I know contacts on the Vista that have told me one after another that would know. All 26 back to work. But the media got a little taste there, and Carnival got the taste too of how hungry the media is, and you're already seeing capacities drop some. And for some ships, I don't know if it, like the Magic this week. I say this week, they're not cruising weekly, but the current selling is between 52 and 56%. And I don't know if it just didn't sell well, or if that was planned. But a lot of the capacity levels have dropped from the 73, and there was some 75% cruises, but it has dropped from that back to 70, and a lot of ships like 65 to 68. So I do think capacity levels will lower. And if you look at Royal Caribbean, you look at Celebrity, they've been going at 50 and 55%. It's been hats off to them. If you follow J&J, they announced we're not going on Carnival. They announced this past week we're not going on Carnival anymore, and part of it was the capacity level was 70%. But Carnival has to get it right, Trent. So I think they will lower, especially going into the fall. And it may not be much, but 65%, 60% would be awesome. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Palmer, what is my dream cruise? I would love to go, and we're so limited, like I said, with Amanda teaching, and we have 2 young boys. But I would love to go on a longer than an 8-day. That's our longest. I would love to do the Panama Canal. I would love to go to Hawaii. And I would absolutely love, even though I've heard that it is just a sprint and you are worn out, but I would love to go to Europe and take a 10 or 12-day cruise, where, let's say you take a 12-day cruise and 9 or 10 of your days are ports. And I've heard from people that you're just wore out. Has anyone taken a European cruise? I've heard that you go and, there's so many port days, and you're out all day because you've flown. You want to stay out. You want to see the sights. That after you're done with that cruise, you're wore out. But I would love to do that. So Panama Canal, Hawaii, or European longer cruise, I would pay for it. Let's see. Uh-oh. I just lost. I just lost my screen. I don't know if you're still there. see if we're back. We're back. I lost my stream there for just a minute. Sorry about that. Goodness gracious. Can you guys hear me and see me? That was weird. My Mac just went shoo, and YouTube error came up. Okay. That was weird. Let's scroll back up here. Answer Palmer's question. And wish I were going to Mardi Gras for celebration. We'll see. That March 5th, Amanda's in school, but I promise you, she's pushing her principal as hard as she can to get off. Beach in Texas like Royal, but I'm not a cruise snob. I'm not going to pay double for the same experience. It's hard to beat Carnival's deals. It really is. That's the same perspective we have too. It really is. Palmer, I'm loyal to what's cheapest. I like that. Carolyn, my friend, got her booster today at Walgreens. Hope it's going to be interesting to see how it bothers people. Hope it doesn't bother her at all. Kendall confirmed it when we got off the boat the 14th. She said that the crew that were in quarantine were going back to work. Kendra, thank you for confirming that, and Kendall for confirming that. It's great to hear all 26 are back to work. Beach in Texas. I see David responded there. Yep. Angela, my sister-in-law, Amy Ramsey, got her booster Thursday. Yep. Robert, any idea on how busy guest service is on the first day? Need to cash in my onboard credit for the Cheers package, which doesn't kick in to the second day. Robert, you can go to any bar on the ship and purchase Cheers. So you don't have to go to guest services to do that. Guest services is busy on the first day. If you are platinum or diamond, or you have faster to the fun, which they're not doing right now, there is a dedicated line for you. But if you're wanting to just have your card and say, hey, I want to buy the Cheers package for me and whoever is with you, you can go to any bar and they will swap that card, add it for you, put the sticker on there, and yes, it starts day 2 in Galveston and New York City, but any bar. So, yep, Amy, I see you there. Trent, yes. Panama Canal group cruise would be awesome, and go through the old part of the canal, the narrow part. It would be absolutely awesome. Good. Y'all didn't lose me. That was so weird, though, what happened. Tom is booked Carnival Dream Panama Canal January 2024, and isn't it interesting how far I've never seen in my decade of cruising, how far in advance Carnival and Royal Caribbean has released itineraries. Usually it's about 2.5 years, but Carnival's really reached out because they know that if they have those itineraries open, then people will book them, and that revenue stream, which they so desperately need, will be there. So 2024, that is awesome. It is. Rodney, CDC, watching your live. The CDC says, hey, we got to shut him down. We do. We're trying to play nice, all of us. Most of us have been vaccinated. We agreed to get a test before we go. We agreed to wear a mask. Think about that. We get the vaccine. We agree to a test. We will wear masks inside. And now they're saying, oh, you're overweight. You don't need to go. I got a vaccine. I'm testing and wearing a mask. I mean, can you work with me? Please. Mike, buy Cheers 2 days before. Exactly right. That's another reminder. It's nice to have onboard credit and to spend that on Cheers, but know that if you buy it on the ship, it is more expensive than before. If you buy it before you get on, it is cheaper, most definitely. Let's see. It's going to be, we're going to have a big week this week. We really are, with John Hill's news on the Bahamas and the situation's going to happen there. Plus November itineraries. It's going to be interesting. Any thoughts on booking a Virgin? David, I want to go. It's adults only, and that the Virgin Cruise Line Scarlet Lady looks awesome. I feel sorry for them. I know they're loaded with money, but the amount of time, they are starting other cruise lines were delayed. They were delayed, and they were. Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate that super chat and your support of us at Island Time. That means so much for us. I appreciate that very much. But cruise lines were delayed in many ways, but Virgin's trying to start a cruise line. No one's even cruised on the Scarlet Lady. No one's cruised a cruise line, and they're canceled, and they're canceled, and they're canceled, and they're canceled. And finally, they've been canceled so many times, they've gone over now to Europe and cruising out of there. But I'm absolutely open to a Virgin cruise. I really am. It'd be some money, but adults only. And it's one of those like, hey, let's fork up the money. Let's do it. I need to look up when they're coming back to the United States and cruising again. We'll see about that. Yep. Trend, yep, we're just trying to play by the rules. They just have to stop changing the rules. It's like my 5-year-old. I played soccer with him before I came up there, and I score a goal, and he says, no, the goalie can't be on his knees. He was on his knees trying to stop me. No, and he just creates rules. I can never win. That's honestly, though, Trent, that's about the best way someone has put it the past 24, 48 hours. We as cruisers are trying to do what you say to do, but you change them, and now you have requirements and you have recommendations. It's too much. It is. Mike, we are buying on board for the first time because you have $900 onboard credit, which is completely understandable. That's a ton of money. Remember, any money that you do not spend, and Carnival will slap me on the wrist for saying this, any money you do not spend, you can go the first day if you want to, or you can go the last day. Jeremy, thank you so much. You're an Islander. You're a supporter. I appreciate you and everything that you've done, especially that super chat. That means the world to us. But do know, Mike, like I was saying, you could go to the casino, sit at a slot machine. If you wanted to the first day, literally, you could go and deposit $900, do a few pulls, bam, bam, bam. I might not do it the first day. Well, not right when you leave. Late at night, $900, bam, bam, bam. Go to the cashier cage of the casino, say, hey, I want to cash out my player account, and they'll pay you cash right there. And you can do that the last day. If you had $250 left or something like that, you can always get that money. Carnival does not like you to do that, but it's your money. Some people may not like that I said that either, but it's the way it is. It is. David, that's why my family t-shirt says whatever it takes to cruise. It is. That's literally what it is. We will do anything within reason, but don't tell me that I'm overweight so I can't cruise. But I can go to the airport, and I can go to the hotel, and I can go to the club, and I can go to the grocery store, and I can go to the concert. Come on. Angela, I'm going to enjoy my cruise, but geesh, it's been a work. It has. It's been work getting to the vacation time. No thanks, of course, to change of protocols. Hard to stay positive, but I'm determined. And Angela, I'm telling you, I was in your shoes just a few weeks ago. Once you step on board, you will know immediately it was worth it. It was worth it. How can we sail with y'all out of Galveston? Jeremy, our next for sure confirmed cruise is October the 21st on the Breeze. It's a 4-day. It's short, but first off, I love the Breeze. I need to go after the masking and testing protocols Carnival announced. I need to go see that. So when I speak about it in front of this camera, I'm speaking from experience. We are also going December the 18th through the 24th on the Vista. But send me a message on Facebook. Join Island Time. Send me a message. We'll work it out. I'm not a travel agent. So many people are surprised. I get messages, I'm telling you, 10 or 12 a day. Hey, can you book my cruise for me? I'm like, no, I will help you. I'll jump on the phone with you. I'll jump on a Zoom. I'm not a travel agent. We enjoy the cruise community. Palmer, you're exactly right. Fat lives matter. They do. I hope anyway, because if not, mine doesn't matter, and I hope it matters. I know it matters. Amy, what about the bottomless bubbles? Is it cheaper before? It is cheaper. Of course, that package is much cheaper overall, but you will save, $5 or $10 on the package if you buy it before your cruise rather than getting it on the cruise. Yep. Jeremy, you are welcome. Islanders for life. And we're working on merch, I promise. It's so hard. I work full-time. Amanda works full-time. I coach my son's baseball team, football team. We got so much going on, which is no excuse, but we'll have merch. It seems like, though, we're selling our lanyards like crazy. If anyone's interested in a lanyard, when you pay for it, we try to get it to you within like 5 days. It's $12. That includes shipping. But I'm starting to see for the first time, Lernia and others are on cruise ships, and they send me pictures with their lanyard, and it's hard to even believe and see. But we've had a couple say, I wore my lanyard, and so many people on board, well, I don't want to say so many, several people on board said, hey, I like your lanyard, we watch Island Time. Or Lernia said, I was passing somebody, and they said, I'm an Islander too. And so if you're interested in a lanyard of $12, it's got a clip, and this is not a sales pitch. This is clip, okay, secure clip. I'm pulling on it, and a metal clasp, which is important. The clasp closes, and it's metal, so it's not going to break, but it's detachable, so you can take this off. You can slide that card in the slot machine, or you can pay for your drink and not have to take the whole thing off over your head. But if you want one, my PayPal is in the description. Make sure you send me your address. We've had a few people, pay for lanyards but not include their address. So if you want one, include that address. We get them out. Literally, it's to the point now that we package them daily. After the kids go to bed, 5-year-old and 2-year-old, we literally for 10 or 15 minutes package lanyards. No lie. Jamie Breeze on October the 16th, a 5-day Dream on November 20th for an 8-day. That's going to be awesome. It really is, Jamie. We'll be getting on the Breeze the day you get off, the 21st. We somehow need to say hello, Jamie. We need to work that out. Say hello. SET Adventures, we're late getting here. That's okay. We've been busy getting ready for the Carnival Magic. How about that? That's going to be an absolute blast. A beautiful ship. And a ship that right now, I'm waiting for the Panorama numbers, but excluding Panorama, the Magic has had the lowest capacity for passengers that we've seen any of the Carnival fleet. So, and not sure of the reason for it, but it's had like 50 to 60% capacity compared to the 68, 70, 73% for other ships. Again, I'm trying to see what the Panorama is. I haven't seen those numbers yet. Hopefully we'll soon, though. David, going to get a fishbowl. When I get on, you got to get a fishbowl. And on the Vista, they just served pitchers. It was so busy, they quit with the fish bowls and just served pitchers. So that was okay, too. David, we will do a T-shirt, I assume we'll do it. I think you mean T-shirt there. We will. It's just you got to have that inventory. We've got to buy the smalls, medium, large, extra large, 2X, 3X, and have them here. So we will. We're working on T-shirts for sure, and tank tops as well. And how can the CDC go after large folks? John Hild and a lot of the officers are on the large size. You're exactly right. And just the cruise industry in general. You're exactly right. And smokers, how much of the crew smokes? They are allowed to smoke. I saw on, forgot what ship it was. It will come to me in a second. I think it's the Sunrise. There's some forward-facing balconies, and maybe the Mardi Gras, that someone was on their balcony the whole week, and the crew smoking area was one deck below them. So anytime they went on their forward-facing balcony, which I think would have to be the Mardi Gras, they just smelt smoke. So some of them do smoke. They do. Doreen, Ann, and maybe John and others, they're after. Yep. Robin, they will have the pitcher deal. It's like $10, maybe $12, because you do have to pay taxes because you're in port, but it's $10 or $12 and you get 4 drinks. That's a steal. And a lot of people know about it, so it's busy, the music's going. It's so much fun. It really is. But if they serve it in the pitcher, if they ask, do you want a fishbowl or do you want a pitcher? Get the pitcher, because you can take the pitcher with you. You can go up to Lido, get a burger, you can go wherever you want to go. Fishbowl, you have to stay there. Those are not allowed to leave Red Frog Pub. Yep. Okay, we're going to call it a night. We will have a video for you tomorrow. We're going to share just some of the progress with the cruise restart and where we're at. I know I mentioned 190 ships are sailing by the end of the month. It's hard to even imagine, but the restart is going. Carnival's going to have big announcements. They really are. Be looking out tomorrow. We could see the announcement regarding the Bahamas and what Carnival's going to do. Are they going to keep going to the Bahamas? Or because the Bahamas has said you have to have vaccinated passengers 100%, where Carnival say, yep, we're not going to the Bahamas, we're going somewhere else. We will have that when they announce it. We really will. And then November ship updates, we will have those as well. Tran, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. That means the world to us. We appreciate that. We appreciate that a lot. Jay, good night. Doreen, SET Adventures, you joined late, but I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you joined. So glad you're here. Have an awesome week. Kendra, yes, good night. Rodney, good night. We've got a short week this week, Amanda and I'll tell you as everyone's saying good night to each other. Monday through Thursday, and I am taking Amanda Friday night to go to Luke Bryan in concert in Rogers, Arkansas. You can say it's country, you can say it's not country. We watched a documentary on him last night on Amazon or something. It talked about his story. His brother died, unfortunately. His sister died. And he's got a pretty cool story. Whether or not you like his music, seems like a pretty good guy. So short week this week, then we're going to go enjoy our first concert in 2 years. I hope you have Teespring. I see what you're saying, David. I do. Have a great week, a good work week, and we will see you right here as we always do, right here on Island Time.